boys and girls. It's Miss Beth and Ella. Ella is in the house today. Well, she's always in the house, but most of the time she's just laying down at my feet. But she's here to wish you a happy Storytime Day, just like me. Happy Storytime Day. Woo! It is a great day when I get to read some of my most favorite stories to you. Okay, Ella, you're going to have to lay down and be a good listener, okay? All right. Today's story is called The Lion Inside, and it is written by Rachel Bright, Jim Fields, and the publisher is Scholastic Press, New York. All right, The Lion Inside. In a dry, dusty place where the sand sparkled gold stood a mighty flat rock, all craggy and old. And under that rock, in a tiny full house, lived the littlest, quietest, meekest brown mouse. So here's the craggy rock, and here is the little mouse's house and the little mouse. He was so very tiny, so incredibly small, that nobody noticed him ever at all. Here he's saying, hello, hello, and the animals are just kind of going on by. He got stepped on and sat on. He missed out on stuff, ignored and forgotten. His mouse life was tough. Ow! Ouch! As he got sat on. Poor little mouse. Meanwhile, far above, on top of the rock, times were quite different. It was Lion o'clock. This huge toothy creature made sure everyone saw how important he was by how loud he could. I hope you do this part with me. How loud he could roar! Yikes, that's a big giant roar. Can you do that? Roar! Like that? Ooh, I heard you. You did a great roar. Awesome. He was head of the pack. He was shouty and proud. He loved flexing his biceps and wowing the crowd. Yes, all were impressed by this mighty king cat. If only, thought Mouse, I could be more like that. Then, late one dark night, in his tiny mouse bed, the cleverest thought popped into his head. He leaped in the darkness and held up a paw. I've got it, he said. What I need is a roar. I mean, what if this mouth with the weeniest squeak were a little more grr and a little less meek? Well, he'd still be the smallest of fuzzy brown mice, but he'd make friends and join in, and life would be nice. Yes, he thought the mouse. I must find out how. I will learn how to roar, and I will learn how to do it now. But it wouldn't be easy. There was only one beast who could teach him this thing, but might make him a feast. It was time to be strong. Take a chance after all. Forever was such a long time to feel small. So he made himself brave, and he thought like a winner. He set off for the top, hoping not to be dinner. It felt like the scariest thing he could do. But if you want things to change, you first have to change you. The farther he climbed, the closer he got to the slumbering lion reclining on top. Then, at last, as he stood on his tippity toes, he found himself suddenly nose to nose. Gulp, pardon me. Wake up, Mr. Lion, you've got company. Squeak, Mr. Lion, what I've come to you for is, Squeak, do you think you could teach me your roar? A silence befell that twinkling plain. Lion opened his eyes and puffed out his mane. Time went so slowly it felt like a week. Then he opened his mouth and let out an eek! Eek! Oh no! What happened to that lion? Is he brave or is he scared? Is that lion afraid of a little mouse? Sure looks like he is. The lion curled up in a terrified ball. He didn't like this, not one bit at all. Don't hurt me, he whimpered. Oh, try to be nice. Well, this mighty great lion was frightened of mice. Don't worry, Mouse peeped, I'm here as a friend. Let's hang out together, be pals to the end. That was a magical moment for sure, when the mouse didn't feel at all small anymore. He had found his true voice and learned to speak out, and for that, you don't need to roar or to shout. And from that day and always, the two were a pair. They both liked their rock better, now that that rock was to share. The mouse, while still little, felt big in his head, and Lion, well, he still roared, but with laughter instead. Ha 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 ha. Yes, that day they both learned that no matter your size, we all have a mouse and a lion inside. Aw, that is the end of The Lion Inside. That was a good one. I very much like that one. That's a good one. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. All right, I am Miss Beth, and I hope you have an absolutely fantastical, super duper, special, happy day. And I am looking forward to seeing you next time.